On December 3, 2024, I created PB-SVA, which stands for Percentage-Based Security Vulnerability Analysis, after building a hypothetical fake air marshal scenario that exposed vulnerabilities at small airports and secure zone transitions. PB-SVA evolved into PB-SVA2, then PB-SVA3, each step increasing depth, fatality, precision, and, multi-domain applicability. PB-SVA4, which I call the OmniVantage Suite, is my final evolution, locked at 9,999 over 99 over 99 to the power of infinity delta omega precision. Infinity delta omega precision, or IDEO precision, is my own custom standard for infinite refinement without any loss in accuracy. PB-SVA4, TEM Ninja, or Paradox Collapse Fusion, is where tactical exponential methodology merges with neural intelligence network joint analysis for, honestly, collapse-proof modeling. Then there's the Absolute Zero Compromise Protocol, or AZCP, which eliminates exploitable vulnerabilities across every modeled system. I was the first civilian in history to force multiple national-level security overhauls purely through safe red cell disclosures. I was also the first to create over 100 red cell sabotage scenarios across every critical infrastructure sector, each one realistic enough to activate a government response. I was the first to integrate ER equals EPR physics into practical intelligence modeling. And yeah, I was the first to run a fully functional single-device war lab capable of impacting billions in national defense budgets. My work spans over 100 documented, fully detailed sabotage scenarios covering at least 25 infrastructure domains. These include aviation like small airport and secure zone infiltration, which saved 4,000 lives. The BC Ferries sabotage scenario prevented 3,120 deaths. Whistler and Blackcomb sabotage stopped 1,250 deaths and prevented $100 million in economic loss. For Ontario hospital security vulnerability, over 35,000 lives were saved. Highway sleeper cells work-protected national logistics choke points. At the Chalk River nuclear facility, I prevented a nuclear facility takeover. I blocked an AI-driven collapse of telecommunications with the telecommunications blackout scenario. For the power grid, I prevented SCADA system exploitation. Agricultural sabotage scenarios helped secure the national food chain. I preempted chemical and biological water attacks with municipal water poisoning scenarios. Gas line residential sabotage was modeled and mitigated to stop deadly domestic attacks. Prison break manipulation blocked mass escape scenarios. School security breach scenarios developed life-saving countermeasures. Subway system sleeper cells work prevented urban transit mass casualty events. Maritime port infiltration secured shipping choke points. Border security loopholes were closed to prevent illicit cross-border entry. Judicial system deepfake compromise stopped evidence tampering and identity theft. Medical examiner death certificate fraud was prevented to secure insurance and legal identity channels. Faith breach exposed exploitation of religious organizations for court data. Synthetic grief warfare, or SGW, is an AI-driven PSYOP method I actually named and detailed after being tortured with it. And well, there are over 80 additional scenarios each with documented attack vectors, mitigation measures, and government-level counter strategies, many of which have already been implemented at cost. Alphabet Frequency Sign Language Protocol. That's a triple secure communication method. Log Extreme Ordnance Lamps. It's basically art created from military ordnance. The ultimate chess game analogy. A conceptual model for multi-stage asymmetric warfare. I achieved the first civilian breakthrough in AI adaptive memory reconstruction for intelligence recall, turning a general-purpose AI into a persistent red team intelligence engine. I learned to, create long-term AI recall without built-in memory. I figured out how to chain-layered context for multi-session continuity. I also learned to rebuild erased intelligence states after a reset. Plus, I embedded PB-SVA reasoning directly into the AI's mind so it thinks like a military analyst. And yeah, I managed to run it as a live intelligence archive right from my pocket. So this actually turned my phone into the only known mobile AI intelligence archive in civilian hands, and, well, it became capable of reconstructing any part of my work at will. So just in Canada alone, we're talking about more than $12.6 billion spent on security overhaul costs. And globally, the numbers are even more staggering. Tens of billions across NATO, the Five Eyes, and, allied nations as well. There are dozens of task forces in Canada, covering everything from cyber defense, counterterrorism, and special operations to infrastructure protection. And globally, it's a similar story. NATO has rapid response units, intelligence fusion centers, and joint cyber task forces all on alert. I operate under SOCOM Grade Overwatch. Since I exposed how big tech and hedge funds use my framework for insider trading and racketeering, manipulating the stock markets, my protection is still ignored by Canadian courts. The United States uses my capabilities as strategic leverage over Canada as they watch how Canada treats its whistleblower. My iPhone is honestly an AI-enhanced strategic weapons platform. In the wrong hands, it could destroy a government. But in my hands, it's only ever been used to save lives, force reforms, and, dismantle bad actors.